Wait, I don't see any enemies. That's because our biggest battles aren't against people. Sometimes we battle fear, temptation, selfishness, and doubt.
But we don't fight alone. God fights with us.
When we trust Him,
Pray
and follow His word,
Victory belongs to the Lord. Charge!
Hip hip. Hip hip. Hip hip. Welcome to day 3 of Kids Camp. I'm so glad to see your sleepy faces. How many of you are awake? Barely, right? All right, well, we're gonna have a great day. I'm very excited. We have a lot of things going on today, and so I wanna just start out by giving some instructions. I see some adults on the side, and these are kind of for you. Okay, so kids, you can take a little nap. Okay, let me hear you take a nap. All right. Okay, we are having a parade today. Okay, it says 3 o'clock on the schedule. We probably won't start right at 3, but we do need to meet at 3. Okay, so I hope each one of you have something to do in the parade. If so, you will meet behind the bridge, like you're going to treasure hunt. Grown-ups, we're going to treasure hunt. Behind the bridge is the area where we're gonna meet for the parade. Okay, there will be 2 trucks. Okay, there is going to be, I haven't talked to you about this yet, babe, but Mr. Tim's truck is gonna lead the charge, okay? His truck is gonna be the first truck. Nobody should be in front of the gray Dodge, okay? So all the bikes, all the golf carts, any floats we have will all be behind the gray Dodge, okay? And then the last float will be Grace Holiness Church float, okay? So there will be a giant truck, Josh Ranke's truck, and a trailer. That's gonna be the last one, okay? So it will be Mr. Tim's truck at the front, gray Dodge, nobody's in front of him, okay? For safety, we wanna keep everybody together. And then we'll have all the bikes, golf carts, everything, and then the Grace Holiness float, it's gonna be a patriotic float. You won't be able to miss it. That will be the very last one, okay? Okay, here's something very important that from previous years there's been some confusion. We will never do the small loop, okay? So, grown-ups, do not set up shop in this parking lot behind this building because you will miss the parade. We never do that small loop. We will always do the big loop. So you'll want to be parked along that loop, okay? We will do it at least 2 times, probably 2 times. That's what we've done in the past. We've done 2 loops and then called it quits, okay? So we will never use the small loop. Do not set up in the parking lot. You will miss the parade. Okay, so we're meeting behind the bridge at 3, okay? Your activities, we're gonna end them at 2:50. I talked with Miss Rebecca about that. We'll end at 2:50, just a little bit shorter, that last activity, and then you'll have time to get a drink and get over there, okay? If you forgot about the parade, it's not too late. You can ride your bike in the parade, find anything that you can find that would be colorful or paper that you can attach to your wheels or whatever. It's just so much fun. So just find something. You don't have to go to the store and buy something. It's not too late, okay? Here's another announcement. If you have a snack bar tab, grown-ups, kids, you can still keep sleeping. Let me hear your snores. If you have a snack bar tab, grown-ups, please take care of that before you leave the grounds, okay? We also have these lanyards and notebooks. Miss Angela York needs those in the cafeteria at around this picnic lunchtime, okay? I say picnic lunch, it's kind of picnic supper. So here's one more thing before we jump right into the fun of our service. We are going to, for our supper, just like always, we're gonna have our picnic, okay? So you will go through the dining hall and get your juice box and get your sack lunch. You will not stay in there. No one is to eat in there because at that point we will have it cleaned and ready to close up, okay? So you'll just go through. Miss Deb does an amazing job getting you through. You'll grab your lunch, you'll grab your drink, and you'll go outside. The picnic, really, we don't have a set place where you have to be, but we tend to kind of congregate outside where the ice cream was yesterday. You can sit by the pond, you can sit on your parents' golf cart, whatever. It's just kind of a chill time, okay? So, but just don't eat in the cafeteria. The cafeteria is closed after that time. Okay. Sandy. Sandy has been amazing this week. Give her a round of applause. Sandy's last appearance will be towards the beginning of tonight's service. So if you need pictures with Sandy before you leave, you want to make sure you come early and get one for her. Or during the parade time, while we're milling around, it's a little more free time. You can get a picture with Sandy then because she has to leave and go back to her activities for this evening, okay? So I just wanted to warn you about that. Okay, super fast. Brenna, do we have a Brenna? There's a first place award in there. Here she comes. There's it looks like Jaren Barnard. Jaren, come on up, Jaren. Oh, it's little D. Come on up, little D. Michaela. Ooh, there's a quarter in this one. Is there a Michaela? Michaela. And then we have a Caden with a C, with a K-H at the front. Caden. And we have a Ray Lynn. I think she went home. Who's that? Jared? Charity. I was totally wrong. Okay, somebody says she's not here anymore. Okay, all right, very good. Let's stand up. We're gonna start off with God's Got an Army, our very first, our theme song for the week. Here we go, God's Got an Army. God's got an army marching through the land. Deliverance is our song with healing in their hand. Everlasting joy and gladness in their hearts. And in this army I've got a part. Sing it again. God's got an army marching through the land. Deliverance is our song with healing in their hands. Everlasting joy and gladness in their hearts. And in this army I've got a part. Take it up. God's got an army marching through the land. Deliverance is our song with healing in their hands. Everlasting joy and gladness in their hearts. And in this army I've got a part. And in this army I've got a part. Good job. Don't sit down. We're going to sing I'm in the Lord's army. Let me hear you, soldiers. I may never march in the infantry, ride in the cavalry, shoot the artillery. I may never. Let me hear ya. Yes, sir. I'm in the Lord's army. Yes, sir. I'm in the Lord's army. Yes, sir. I may never march in the infantry, ride in the cavalry, shoot the artillery. I may never fight for the enemy, but I'm in the Lord's army. Yes, sir. Good job. What a mighty God we serve. Let's sing that one. What a mighty God we serve. What a mighty God we serve. Angels bow before him. Heaven and earth adore him. What a mighty God we serve. Swahili hand clap. What a mighty God we serve. What a mighty God we serve. Angels bow before him. Heaven and earth adore him. What a mighty God. One more time. Serve. Sounds so good. What a mighty God we serve. What a mighty God we serve. Angels bow before him. Heaven and earth adore him. What a mighty God we serve. Give yourself a pat on the back. That was some excellent singing. You may have a seat. Well, we've been in some intense training all week with my recruit, and I'm looking for him. He may have overslept because it's been intense, you guys. He's getting ready to graduate. He's ready to be prepared for battle at any moment. Let's see. Clark, are you in the house? Here he comes. Give him a round of applause. Clark, you're looking smart this morning. I thought maybe you overslept, but you didn't, did you? Well, Clark, everything we've talked about, all the training we've been through, all the sweat, all the tears, did you cry at all? You're too tough, aren't you? I knew you would be. Everything we've done to this point is preparation for today. Today is the battle. We're talking about the battle. Everything we've done is preparation for that.
What's the exercise for?
Say it again.
What's the exercise for?
The exercise. Yes, we did jumping jacks and running in place. You remember all that? Exercise is something that you can't fake. You can't skip 12 days of weightlifting and then all of a sudden say, oh no, I need some muscles. Blow them up. No, those 20 days, you've got to do a little bit, a little bit, a little bit, a little. You can't fake it. So that's why we had to do exercise.
What's the gear for?
The gear, the armor of God. Do you remember the armor of God? Clark, if you wake up in the morning, say you overslept, and you run out of your house or your room or your barracks, and you forget your armor, you leave your brain available to the devil to put thoughts of doubts and temptation and all the things in your head if you leave without your helmet. You leave your heart available for the fiery darts of the enemy if you don't wear the breastplate of righteousness. If you don't have your shield of faith, you can't dodge when he's throwing those darts and spears toward you. If you don't have the belt of truth, you're confused, you're disoriented. And if you don't have your shoes of the gospel of peace, you're going to feel chaotic. You're never going to put down roots. You're not going to be solid. You're not going to be dependable. That's why we put on your gear. You never want to leave your barracks without your gear.
What's the training for?
The training, yes. Okay, has anyone here ever played a sport that you had to practice? Yes. The football game, the baseball game, whatever's coming up. If you go out there and you just try to do it at the game time, are you going to be successful? Probably not. Practicing for battle. Every drill we've done, every set of drills that we've put together is preparation for the battle. That's why we did that.
What's the backpack for?
That's right, the backpack. Last night, we pulled a bunch of junk out of your backpack, didn't we? Not really junk, but we got all the distractions out of the way. We got all the games and all the confusion, the things that can weigh you down. Remember we talked about maybe money can weigh you down, maybe activities, maybe guilt, maybe sin. We threw them all out. That is why we did the backpack. Clark, do you hear that? It's time. You're ready. Go get him, Private. You can go. All right, give Clark and his cohorts a round of applause. They're headed off to the battle. Do you think they're going to win? Do you think they're going to win? Do you think they're going to win? Yes. Because they're prepared, they've practiced, they've got their armor on, and they are ready. And you can be too. All right, we are going to switch gears here, and we are going to I'm going to have my husband come up. Mr. Tim is going to tell us our Bible story today, okay? So give him a round of applause as he comes at this time. Give him another round of applause. He needed a minute to get up here.
All right, today I want to tell you a story that takes place in the book of 1 Samuel. In the book of 1 Samuel in chapter number 14. There is a story we find there where the Israelites are in battle against the Philistines. And the Philistines, it appears, have the upper hand. It looks like they're winning the battle. In fact, they're winning so much that their king at the time, King Saul, when we find him in this story, he's sitting under a tree doing nothing. Who here thinks they could be a pretty good powder? How many parents agree? No parents' hands will win that. Wow, you must have angelic kids. I guess your kids don't pout. Either that or you're liars. I'm banking on that. I think you're liars. Who thinks they could be a good powder? What's your name, buddy, right here? Yep. What? Say it loud. Arrow. Okay, come up here and help me, Arrow. You're going to be Saul, and you're going to pout. We don't have a pomegranate tree up here like Bible times, but this command post, that's going to be your pouting tent. You sit right here and pout. All right? King Saul was basically pouting under the tree because they're losing the battle. And he didn't know what to do. He was too scared to do anything else. And so we find in this story the king's son, Jonathan. Jonathan, the son of King Saul, you've probably heard of him before. He was best friends with David, little D from our story last night. Well, Jonathan could not stand the thought of sitting around doing nothing. Saul just pouted. He was sitting under a pomegranate tree, doing nothing while the Philistines are prevailing in this battle. And so Jonathan, okay, I need a Jonathan right here. What's your name, buddy? Benjamin? Okay, today you're Jonathan, all right? Forget that your name is Benjamin, all right? You're Jonathan. Come here, Jonathan. No, over here. You're not hanging out with that guy. Come over here. Stand over here. All right? All right, and then we need one other person to be Jonathan's armor bearer. Kaylin, why don't you come help me? All right, today Kaylin is Jonathan's armor bearer, okay? So the armor bearer for Jonathan was kind of like his butler or his servant. Okay, stand right over here, all right? Right here with Jonathan, all right? She would carry around all of his armor and all of his swords and spears and shields, all of that kind of stuff. She would carry that around for him when he wasn't fighting, right? She would carry around for him anything that Jonathan needed, all right? Jonathan's a prince. He's the son of the king, all right? Now, Jonathan is really upset because his father, King Saul, is sitting there pouting while the enemy is prevailing in battle. And so Jonathan, he can't stand this. And so finally he says to his armor bearer, I think we can take those Philistines.
I think we can take those Philistines.
And so he got so intent on that, he started to develop his plan. His armor bearer said to Jonathan, if you think we can take him, I think we can take him.
I think we can take him.
Yeah, so she said to Jonathan, wherever you go, that's where I'm going. And so Jonathan and his armor bearer, all by themselves, set out for battle. There was just one little problem. Between them and the Philistines was literally a mountainous territory. In fact, I want to show you a picture of what it looked like. Put that up there, Jared. The Bible tells us that if you read there in 1 Samuel, these two mountains, Bozez and Seneh, on one side. So they had to go from this side all the way down. So let's say they were starting on top of this side. The Philistines were on top of this side, all right? They're going to attack the Philistines on this side, all right? So they had to, the Bible says it was sharp rock down, sharp rock up to the other side, okay? So they're starting up here. They have to climb all the way down into that little valley, go across the valley, climb all the way up that mountain to get to where the Philistine army was. And so Jonathan, he developed a plan. He told his armor bearer, he said, if the Philistines, when they see us, if they tell us to wait where we are, then we'll just wait. But if they tell us, come on up the mountain, then we'll know that God is going to give us victory. And so, Come here, guys. Come here. Come back here. I think. Okay. Today, this is going to be our Rocky Mountain. Okay. Okay, come here. Okay. So they're going to climb down the Rocky Mountain here in just a minute. All right, so they start to make their trek. Go ahead, start making your trek around the Rocky Mountain. Come on. They start making their trek down the Rocky Mountain. And they get down one side of Bozez, and then all of a sudden, the Philistines see them. They don't know what's going to happen in this moment. They just know that they cannot stand to sit under a tree with their father and do nothing while the enemy is prevailing. And so the Philistines see them and they say, "Hey, you all come up here and we'll teach you a lesson." Jonathan looked at his armor bearer. He winked at her. Wink at her. Yeah, do a big wink, mouth open wink. Like that. Mouth open. Open your mouth. You can open your mouth here.
I can't do it.
Yeah, you can.
I can't do it.
And then he did a big wink at her. And then he gave her the A-OK symbol. He said, "Oh yeah, we're going to win this thing."
Oh yeah, we're gonna win this thing.
And so they knew that the Lord was going to give them victory because that was the plan that they had set up. If the Philistines had told them, "Come on up here, we're going to win this thing." And so Jonathan and his armor bearer came down the Rocky Mountain. And then they went up the Rocky Mountain on the other side. And there they found the Philistines. And they took out their sword. Get your swords. You were ready to fight. We're in battle. Get your sword out. Get your sword out, armor bearer. They got their shields out. Get your shield out on the other arm. There you go. They had their sword and their shield. And they started fighting against the Philistines. Go down there and find some Philistines and start fighting them, all right? Anybody you find, everybody down there is a Philistine, all right? You go fight them. And so they started fighting the Philistines. Go ahead, start fighting. No, you haven't found a person yet. You got to fight people, not the air. All right. And so they started fighting the Philistines. The Bible tells us that in the space of I'm going to give it to you in a term maybe you can understand instead of a furlong. I'm going to tell it was about a half of a football field. They destroyed 20 men in the size of a football field, or half of a football field. Go ahead, you keep killing those Philistines. All right, and then you can find your way back to your seat. So you can go back to your seat too. But the Bible tells us that they accomplished a great victory that day because they were not content to just sit around under the tree with Saul, but they went into the battle with God on their side. And because they were fighting for God, God fought with them and gave them a great victory. Julia is going to come and tell you the big idea from this story.
Okay, give him another hand. Thank you, Mr. Tim. Okay, so I want you to think about how big that army was. We've talked about difficult circumstances. God likes to use things that don't really make a lot of sense. How many people were in that army? 2. Do you think 2 kids could do much of anything by themselves? Well, what if they have the power and the wisdom and the might of the commanding officer on their side? Do you think they can do something then? Do you think they can do something then? What could God do with 2 kids or 1 kid who was not content to sit under the tree and snooze, but said, "I've got to do something. I can't sit here. I'm not too young. I think with the power of God, I could go into battle for the Lord." Do you think that could maybe be you as you leave kids camp? Well, do you? Hip, hip. Hip, hip. Hip, hip. Very good. Here's the big idea. Nothing can stop the power of God. Can you say it? Nothing can stop the power of God. Say it again. Nothing can stop the power of God. One more time. Nothing can stop the power of God. It doesn't matter how puny the person looks. It doesn't matter how muddy the water, how scrawny the legs, how scrawny the arms. Nothing can stop the power of God. Don't forget it, okay? Especially not for tonight, because we want to give away some tickets for people who remember. My two people who helped in the skit, Kaylin and what's my other buddy's name? What's your name, bud? Benjamin. They need tickets. I think they need some tickets for helping. So if some teenagers could give them some tickets, that would be amazing. Okay, I need my army of college girls to come. We are going to learn our verse today. And I'll tell you, last night the verse was really long, wasn't it? And today the verse is long too. I like to challenge those of you who are a little bit older to memorize those long verses and hide them in your heart. I should have said this a long time ago, but there's some bold print for you younger ones that you can do the shorter version, okay? But we're gonna learn the long version today. So I need you guys to spread out here, have space in between each one of you. Okay, each one of these young ladies is gonna be a corporal in God's army today, okay? They're gonna help me teach you this verse, okay? So I'm gonna start with Lauren. We're gonna break it up into small sections, okay? I was practicing this in my van earlier. Hopefully I can do it correctly, okay? I want you to do this. Can you do this with your hand? Cup it like this. I want you to do this. Okay, and halt. That's actually good. It keeps kind of a gentle beat for us. Okay, that's gonna keep us on track. Okay, so I'll show you what you're gonna do, and then Miss Lauren, this is gonna be your thing, okay? It goes like this. Blessed be the Lord my strength. Blessed be the Lord my strength. Your turn. Blessed be the Lord my strength. And halt. Okay? And the next part is gonna be, which teacheth my hands to war. Go. Which teacheth my hands to war. I don't know if you're like me, but the which teacheth, say that 5 times fast. Which teacheth, with teacheth. That is super hard. Okay, so your whole part is going to be like this. I'll do it first, okay? Blessed be the Lord my strength, which teacheth my hands to war and my fingers to fight. Okay? It's all in rhythm. Okay, so let's try it slow motion, okay? Like this. Blessed be the Lord my strength, which teacheth my hands to war and my fingers to fight. Good job. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I might need to break that up. Blessed be the Lord my strength. Nope, we're going to keep it that way. Okay, so that's you, Lauren. Okay, we're just going to do that part a few times, okay? Since this is long, and when you have something that feels overwhelming, you can break it up into bite-sized pieces, okay? So let's do it one more time. Lauren, you and I, let's do it first, and then we'll have the kids come in, okay? Lauren and Miss Julia, here we go. Blessed be the Lord my strength, which teacheth my hands to war and my fingers to fight. Okay, kids, can you do it with Miss Lauren? Okay, Miss Lauren, you're a corporal. I need you to speak with gusto, okay? Here we go. Ready, go. Blessed be the Lord my strength, which teacheth my hands to war and my fingers to fight. Okay, you think you've got it? Let's do it 2 more times, okay? Ready, go. Blessed be the Lord my strength, which teacheth my hands to war and my fingers to fight. Very good, that's Miss Lauren. Okay, let's move to Miss Brianna, okay? She's gonna do this. My goodness and my fortress. You got it easy. I'm just saying. Okay, so let's try that slow motion, okay? Are you ready? Here we go. My goodness, wait, and my fortress, wait. Okay, let's try it again. Ready, go. My goodness and my fortress. You guys are so good. Okay, Miss Brianna, get your corporal voice on. Listen to her. Here we go. Ready, go. My goodness and my fortress. All right, you think you got it? Okay, so Lauren, you got your part. Miss Brianna. Okay, not Juliana. Janae, I'm sorry. She has a sister named Juliana. Julianne. Close enough. All right, so we've got my goodness and my fortress, okay? My high tower. I should have broken your part up. It's all right, we're fine. My high tower and my deliverer, okay? Let's do it with Miss Janae. Ready, go. My high tower and my deliverer. Again, my high tower and my deliverer. Okay, now it's just going to be Miss Janae. And Miss Janae, I want you. My high tower. Really ready? Okay, here we go. My high tower and my deliverer. Good. Okay, and then we're going to go over to Miss Abby. Miss Abby, you're going to have a really short one. I'm sorry. My high tower and my deliverer. My shield. Wait. Okay? Do it with Miss Abby. Ready and go. My shield. Wait. Good. Try it again. My shield. Wait. One more time. My shield. Now, really loud. Lead him. My shield. Wait. Good job. Okay, and then Haley, yours is going to be like this. And he in whom I trust. So you kind of have to jump in with that and. Okay, my shield. And he. Okay? This is the musician in me. I can't help it. Okay. We're just going to go. And he in whom I trust. Okay, are you ready? Let's try it together. And he in whom I trust. Again. And he in whom I trust. Now, Miss Haley's going to lead you with her best corporal voice. Ready? And he in whom I trust. Good job. All right, we're going to put it all together. Slow motion, okay? Lauren, I'm sorry. I threw you in with the lion's den with the long portion. Here we go. Ready? Let's clap. Blessed be the Lord my strength, which teacheth my hands to war and my fingers to fight. My goodness and my fortress, my high tower and my deliverer, my shield and he in whom I trust. Very good. You guys are so good. All right, let's try it. I didn't do that very slow, did I? You guys did really well. Okay, let's do the same thing again, okay? Nice and loud, really. I know, it's hard, but on day 3 of kids camp, but they're gonna be nice and loud and you follow them, okay? Here we go. Ready, clap. Don't speed up. Okay, and halt. Let's try it again. Okay, I'll start, you follow, like this. Clap, 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 go. Blessed be the Lord my strength, which teacheth my hand to war and my fingers to fight. My goodness and my fortress, my high tower and my deliverer, my shield and put my trust. Oh, this totally messed up. Okay, I think we're very close. Can we speed it up a little bit? I think you can, okay? We're gonna speed it up just a little bit, okay? Here we go. I'll set the pace, you follow. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Don't speed up too fast. 2, 3, 4. Blessed be the Lord my strength, which teacheth my hands to war and my fingers to fight. My goodness and my fortress, my high tower and my deliverer, my shield, and he in whom I trust. And stop. Woo, you guys are so good. Okay, we probably can't do it any faster, right? Okay, we're done. We probably can't do it any faster, right? You think you can? Okay, let's try it one more time. I'll set the pace, okay? Watch this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Blessed be the Lord my strength, which teacheth my hands to war and my fingers to fight. My goodness and my fortress, my high tower and my deliverer, my shield and he in whom I trust. Very good. Give yourself a round of applause. Thank you guys. High five, high five, high five. Thank you so much. All right. The only thing we did not learn is the reference, so I'm going to say it and you repeat it back to me. Psalm 144, 1 and 2. Say it with me. Psalm 144, 1 and 2. Now something happens in your brain when you do something with your hands. It makes things stick in your brain a little more, okay? So I want you to go 144. Can you do it? And then 1 and 2. Try it again. 144, 1 and 2. All right, let's say it together. Ready? Psalm 144, 1 and 2. You might remember it. And you get tickets if you say it to somebody with one of these. Is anybody missing one of these? You are? I'm not going to throw it. I'll just put it down there. Okay, very good. We're going to pause for just a second, and I want to do some teen drawings, okay? Have the teens been amazing this week? Yes. You guys have been. You guys have gone over and above. I think I've got to say, Tim, is this right? Is this our 6th year? 5th. This may be I think this is our 5th year. This is our 5th year. I think these are the best group of teens we've ever had. I really do. So thank you guys so much. I'm going to do a drawing right now. And I have a Chick-fil-A gift card, a Starbucks gift card. I have a beautiful journal with some very nice pins. And I have a brand new football, even though the top got broken in transport. Oh my goodness. I just dumped the tickets. Okay, I won't look. Here we go. Drum roll, please. Addie, Dick, are you in the house? Come on up, Addie. Take your pick. There you go. Thank you so much for your help. Okay, I'm looking for another girl, so if I get a boy, I will put it back. Give me a drum roll. That's a boy. That's another boy. Boy. Katie Coons! Katie Coons, are you in the house? Come on up. Oh, you know what? Katie has already gotten a prize. Come on up, Katie. Come on up. Okay. Katie, which one do you want? Starbucks. All right. Enjoy your coffee, girl. Okay, we're looking for 2 boys. 2 boys, okay? That's a girl. That's a girl. That's a girl. Carson, I know who that is. Come on up, Carson. Chick-fil-A or football? Chick-fil-A, enjoy. Oh, it came out. All right, I need one more boy. One more boy. Jared. Jared. He has already gotten one. Is it okay if we pick another one? Okay. Thank you, Jared. Sarah. Oh, I'm sorry, that's a girl. Sorry. She deserves it. Jonas. Jonas Lehman. Is Jonas in the house? Oh, no. He's not here. We're going to pick another one. He's helping his mom. You know what? He is, and she's the cook. So we're going to give it to Jonas. That's a good point. All right, give our teens another round of applause. Thank you so much. All right. We are going to do our prayer song, okay? This is my favorite part of the service. I've already told you that. And this song is probably turning out to be my favorite song of all, that you can believe that God is who he says he is. Nothing is too big. Nothing is too complicated. Nothing is too hard for our mighty, mighty commanding officer. Let's sing it together. They say this mountain can't be moved. They say these chains will never break. But they don't know you like we do. They close your eyes. Dear Lord, thank you so much that we can be here together one more day. We're just so thankful that you've brought us from all different states and places and backgrounds and churches, and we're just so thankful that we can all be together and worship you and grow and become stronger in our walk with the Lord. I thank you for everything you've done to this point. You have given me strength every step of the way. I don't deserve it, but you've given me strength, and I'm so grateful. And all this wonderful group of helpers, the teenagers and the adults who just give of their time. We don't pay very well here at Kids Camp, but they give of their time and they do it selflessly, and we're so thankful for that. And we thank you for the passion that the grown-ups here have for kids, and they see that it's so important at a young age that they learn the things of God, the scriptures and the armor of God, and how they can survive in this old, rotten, dirty, sin-filled world. We're just so thankful, Lord. And I thank you for your presence. I felt your presence in every single service, and we're so grateful for that. I pray that today, if there's a child here that does not know you, I pray that today would be the day that they would not take a step or drive 1 mile off this campground without knowing in their hearts that they are saved before you. I pray that you would just help them to reach out their hand and put it in your big hand and trust in you that you can change their lives and set them on the right path, and that no matter what battle they face, because they will, we all face battles. It doesn't matter what shape and size they are, they will come, so that when they face those battles, they can have peace in their heart that you live there and that you are a mighty, mighty commanding officer and that you're in control. I pray that you would continue to help us as we finish out this service and out this day. Keep us safe. Help us to give you all the glory, and we'll praise your name. Amen. You may be seated for a moment. We are going to take the offering at this point, and I am starting to get a little nervous. I just got to tell you, girls. I have some, well, who knows? Maybe we'll have some really good news. Let me look. Mr. Tim's been sending me. Boys, you've outdone yourselves. Okay, girls, you've got less than 24 hours to go find all the rich people you know and say, I need money for the girls' offering. Okay, we'll see what we do today. Are you ready? Let's stand up. We're gonna sing, and you can bring your offering up. I gotta figure out what song we're doing. There's a great and mighty army. There's a great and mighty army in the earth today, dressed in splendid armor. They're in full array. The host of darkness trembles when we walk their way. There's a great and mighty army in the earth today. So let's shout, shout, shout the victory, shout the victory. The enemy is under our feet. So let's shout, shout, shout the victory, shout the victory. For great is our King, great is our King, great is the King of Kings. Sing it again. There's a great and mighty army in the earth today, dressed in splendid armor. They're in full array. The host of darkness trembles when we walk their way. There's a great and mighty army in the earth today. So let's shout, shout, shout the victory. The enemy is under our feet. So let's shout, shout, shout the victory, shout the victory. For great is our King, great is our King, great is the King of Kings. Very good. Don't sit down, we're gonna walk. Some of you are looking a little sleepy-eyed. We're gonna walk, okay? That way. It's a great day to praise the Lord. It's a great day to praise the Lord. It's a great day to praise the Lord. Walking in the say, "You're a professional." All right. We are going to have Miss Rebecca come and close out our continued story.
Last night, we heard about Alvin capturing 132 German soldiers single-handedly, but who did he say helped him? God, that's right. And now the war was over, and Alvin was headed back home. When Alvin York stepped off the train in Pall Mall, Tennessee, the whole town was there to meet him. Banners hung across the street saying, "Welcome home, a hero." A brass band played. People cheered and waved American flags, and everyone was excited to welcome home Alvin. Alvin's mom pushed through the crowd, tears streaming down her face, and threw her arms around her son. Oh, Alvin, thank God you're home safe." Alvin hugged her tight. "I'm home, Mama, I'm home." But the celebration was just beginning. Over the next few weeks, Alvin received invitation after invitation. The governor of Tennessee, the president of the United States wanted to meet him. Kings and queens from Europe sent letters. Movie studios from Hollywood called, offering him thousands of dollars, more money than he'd ever seen in his life, to make movies about his story. One producer came all the way to Pall Mall, Tennessee, and asked him if he would sign up a contract with them to make a movie. He even brought a briefcase full of cash. "Mr. York," the producer said, his eyes gleaming, "I'll give you $50,000 right now." That's like $1 million today. "If you let us make a movie about your life, Mr. York, you'll be rich, famous, you'll never have to work a day in your life." Alvin looked at the money. $50,000. He could buy a big house, fancy clothes, a new car. He could live like a king. But when he thought about the men that had died in battle with him, he thought about his buddies that never came home. He thought about why they fought in the first place. "Sir," Alvin said slowly, I appreciate the offer, I really do, but I didn't fight so I could get rich. I fought so boys back home could have a better life, and if I take your money and make myself famous, I'm using their sacrifice for my own gain, and I can't do that, so thank you, but no thank you." The producer was stunned. "You're turning down $50,000? "Yes, sir, I am." The producer shook his head in disbelief and left. But the offers kept coming. Cigarette companies wanted him to endorse their products, whiskey companies. Even though Alvin didn't drink anymore, everyone wanted to use his name and face. They wanted a piece of the famous Sergeant York. Alvin said no to almost all of them. I'm not for sale," he told them. "My story belongs to God, not the highest bidder." Instead, Alvin did something much more important. He married his sweetheart, Gracie Williams, a beautiful, kind mountain girl that he'd loved since before the war. They had a simple wedding in the same little church where Alvin gave his heart to Jesus. And soon they started a family. They built a small house in the mountains. They had 8 children. 8. Their house was full of laughter and love and the smell of Gracie's homemade cornbread baking in the oven. But Alvin couldn't stop thinking about the poor mountain kids growing up just like he did, with no education, no opportunities, and no hope for a better life. One night, sitting on the porch with Gracie, watching the sun set over the mountains, Alvin said, "Gracie, I've been thinking, God spared my life in that war for a reason, and I think the reason is this. I'm supposed to help these mountain kids get an education." Gracie smiled. "Then that's what we'll do, Alvin." Alvin took the money that people did give him through donations, gifts, a few endorsements he felt okay about. With the money, he started building a school. Not a fancy school, not a rich school, but a real school right there in the mountains where poor kids could come and learn. It wasn't easy. Building a school takes time and money was always tight when Alvin was a boy. So he worked just like his dad had taught him way back when he was younger. Alvin himself laid bricks, hammered in nails, cleared land. Other mountain folks pitched in, and slowly, brick by brick, the school rose up out of the Tennessee hills. And it finally opened. Kids came from all over the mountain. Farm kids, poor kids, kids who'd never had a chance before. Alvin would walk through the classrooms talking to the students, encouraging them. "You kids listen to me," he'd say, his voice gentle but firm. "I was just like you, poor, uneducated, headed nowhere. But God took a wild mountain boy who couldn't even read good, and he used me to do something I never dreamed possible. He can do the same for you. Doesn't matter where you come from, doesn't matter how much money you got. What matters is that whether you'll say yes to God and let him use your life." The kids would listen, wide-eyed, hanging on every word of the famous Alvin York. Years passed. Alvin got older, his hair turned gray, his body worn out from years of hard work and the effects of war. He got sick. Money got tight again because the school always needed more funds, more repairs, more help. But Alvin never complained. He kept trusting God just like he always had. He traveled when he could, speaking at churches, schools, always sharing the same message. God can take anybody, wild boys, shy kids, rich or poor, young or old, and turn them into heroes for his kingdom if they'll just say yes to him. People would ask him, "Sergeant York, what was the secret to your success? How did you do what you did?" Alvin would smile, that humble mountain smile, and say, "It wasn't me, it was God. You see, God's got an army. He's looking for soldiers who will trust him and obey. I just happen to be one of them." On September 2nd, 1964, at the age of 76, Alvin York went to be with Jesus. The little mountain church where he'd given his heart to God all those years ago, packed with people who came to say goodbye. They sang the same hymn that had changed his life. "Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see." But Alvin's story didn't end that day. Oh no, his story kept marching on. The Alvin C. York Agricultural Institute is still there, educating kids in the mountains, still changing lives. Thousands of students have walked through the doors, and many of them went on to do amazing things, all because one humble hero decided to invest in them instead of getting rich. And Alvin's example keeps inspiring people. Books have been written about him, movies have been made, and every time someone hears his story, they're reminded of one powerful truth: God's got an army. Boys and girls, listen close. That's the whole true story, from the wild mountain troublemaker to the peaceful Christian to brave soldier to humble hero. The story of Alvin York is true. And the same God that worked in Alvin's life can work in your life. God doesn't want perfect people. He doesn't need rich people. He doesn't need famous people. He needs willing people. People who will say, "God, I'm yours. Use me however you want." Maybe you're sitting there thinking, "I'm just a kid. I'm not that special. I can't do anything important." Wrong. Alvin York was just a poor mountain boy, but God used him to save hundreds of lives in battle and thousands of lives through his school. Maybe you're thinking, "I've made mistakes. I've done bad things. God can't use me." Wrong again. Think about how wild Alvin York was. And when God saved him and turned his life around, he used all that spunk and energy for the Lord instead of doing wrong things. Maybe you're thinking, "I'm scared. I don't know if I'm brave enough." Alvin was scared too, right? Scared when he was on the mountain and prayed all night, scared in the forest when the bullets were flying, but he trusted God anyway, and God gave him courage. God's got an army, and that army isn't just for grown-ups. We need you. God wants you in his army. God needs kids to stand up to bullies and protect the weak. He needs kids to tell the truth when it's hard. He needs kids to be brave and share Jesus with others. We want you in God's army. God wants you in his army. God needs kids who will read their Bible and pray and determine every day when they get up, "I'm going to follow Jesus. I'm going to do what's right." God wants you in his army. So, we're going to say something all together. We're going to say, God's got an army, and there's a place for me. Okay, let's practice it. I say it, you say it. God's got an army, and there's a place for me. Oh, good job. Let's say it all together. God's got an army, and there's a place for me. Let me hear you again. God's got an army, and there's a place for me. One more time. God's got an army, and there's a place for me. Good job. Now, you might not capture 132 enemy soldiers like Alvin York, but you might lead 132 people to Jesus through your influence. Wouldn't that be incredible? And you might not build a school, but you can build a life that honors God. You can be the type of person where people say, I know that she loves Jesus. I know that he loves Jesus. So let's say it one more time. God's got an army, and there's a place for me in it. God's got an army, and there's a place for me. Good job. So go out and be soldiers in God's army. Remember Alvin York's story, and be brave and follow Jesus. Thank you, guys. You did so well listening to the story this week. Give yourself a pat on the back. Good work. Okay, Miss Julia, can I make announcements about activities?
Can you what?
Make announcements about
Yes,
activities?
please.
Okay, we are approaching lunch is coming up in 45 minutes, give or take. And then after lunch at 1 o'clock, we're going to meet here. We have some different things happening today, some different activities, and I need to give you instructions. So turn to your neighbor and say, be here at 1. And then I will give you instructions for the afternoon. So we'll see you at lunch, and then we'll see you back here at 1 o'clock. And Miss Julia has a comment.
Okay, just a couple more things before we go. All right, listen up. No, you're fine. Last year we had, this is for the grown-ups, but kids, you can listen in because it involves you as well. Last year we had a QR code up on the wall, and we had feedback. First of all, thank you parents for the feedback. I appreciate it so much. It helps us make Kids Camp better every year. The most common feedback we received was, the prize store line at the end is so long. Can we do something about it? So here's what we're doing. We have opened the prize store early after yesterday, and we are doing the same thing today. So you have about 40-ish minutes before lunch. We're going to open the prize store after we dismiss. Not yet. We're not ready to dismiss yet, okay? So we're going to open that prize store up directly following this service. So please feel free to spend your tickets before all the prizes are gone. Okay, freeze. This is another very important announcement. Kona Ice got confused on their time. The man just called me. You may have heard me talking on the phone back there. They are already here. So they're going to be here instead of from 2 to 5, they're going to be here from 11 to 2. Okay, or 3 to whatever it was. They're going to be here from 11 to 2. So when you're doing your activities and you're hot and sweaty, that's the time to go and get your Kona Ice with a parent. Please don't go by yourself, okay? So that will happen from 11 to 2, and then they'll have to go. All right? Hold on, we're not done. We're not done. We're going to go ahead and sing one more song. Stand up, onward, Christian soldiers. Here we go. Onward, Christian soldiers, marching as to war. With the cross of Jesus going on before. Christ the royal master leads against the foe. Forward into battle, see his banner glow. Let's march! Onward, Christian soldiers, marching as to war. With the cross of Jesus going on before. Okay, look around, make sure you have all of your items, and you may go to the